warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Fani Ahmi. Dengan 7 dari Prodi Fisika Angkatan 2020 Universitas Diponegoro. Sebelumnya, saya izin mempresentasikan IAEA textbook yang berjudul Radiation Oncology Physics, a Handbook for Teachers and Students. Di sini ada chapter 6 sama chapter 7. Yang pertama yaitu chapter 6, chapter external photon beams, physical aspect. Kemudian ada table of contents, ada 15 subbab. Yang pertama yaitu introduction. Radiotherapy, also referred to as radiation oncology or therapeutic radiology, is a branch of medicine that uses ionizing radiation in treatment of malignant disease. Radiotherapy is divided into 2 categories. Point 1, external beam radiotherapy and brachytherapy. Then ionizing photon radiation is split into 4 categories. First, gamma rays originates in nuclear gamma decay used in teletherapy machine. And then second is Bremsstrahlung electron nucleus column interaction used in X-ray machine and Linux. And third is characteristic X-ray electron and orbital electron interaction X-ray machine and Linux. And the last is annihilation radiation, positron annihilation, used in positron emission tomography or PET imaging. And then 6.2 is quantities used in describing photon beams. Radiation dosimetry deals with 2 distinct entities. The first is description of photon radiation beam in terms of the number and energies of all photon constituting the beam photon beam spectrum. And point 2 is description of the amount of energy per unit mass absorbed, thus the photon beam may deposit in a given medium such as air, water, or biological material. Then 6.2.1 photon flux and photon flux rate. Photon flux is C dN divided by dA. dN is the number of photons that enter an imaginary sphere of cross-sectional area dA. Unit of photon flux is centimeter quadrat. Photon flux rate CP divided by dt is defined as the photon flux per unit time. Unit of photon flux rate is centimeter squared. Second divided by second. Energy flux and energy flux rate. Energy flux is C equal to dE divided by dA. dE is the amount of energy crossing a unit area dA. Unit of energy flux C is mega electron volt centimeter quadrat. Energy flux rate is defined as the energy flux per unit time. Unit of energy flux rate is mega electron volt centimeter quadrat second. A monoenergetic photon beam in air, the air kerma in air at given point away from the source. Situ ada rumus mu LP L rho is the mass energy transfer coefficient for air at the photon energy, HV. And then 6.2.3 air kerma in air. Kerma consists of two components, collision and radiation. And collision karma is proportional to photon flux and energy flux. And relationship between point mu AB L rho and T air L rho is mu AB divided by rho is equal to mu T air divided by rho multiplied by 1 minus G. G is the radiation fraction. Fraction of charged particle energy lost to Bremsstrahlung rather than being deposited in the medium. Exposure in air. Collision air kerma in air and exposure in air. That W air LE is equal to 33.97 joule W air divided by E is the average energy required to produce an ion pair in dry air. Special unit of exposure is Bronson. Air. 1 air is equal to 2.58 multiple 10, and thus the small mass of medium in air. The concept dose to small mass of medium in air, also referred to as dose in free space, is based on measurement of air kerma in air. D-made is subject to same limitation of as exposure X and collision in kerma air. Thus, it is defined only for photons, defined only for photon energy below 3 mega electron volt. D-made the dose to small mass of medium in air is determined from ionizing chamber signal measured at point P in A. The ionizing chamber must incorporate appropriate build-up cap process and exposure calibration coefficient Nx or air kerma in air calibration coefficient Nk. There is step involved in the determination of D made from MP. And this is steps involved in the calculation of D made. Then determination of D made. This is the source with regard to type of photon. There is gamma ray source and X-ray source. Photon source with regard to photon energies, there is monoenergetic source and heterogeneous source. And source with regard to intensity distribution is there is isotropic and non-isotropic. For a given photon source, a plot of number of photons per energy interval versus photon energy is referred to as the photon spectrum. All photons in monoenergetic photon beam have the same energy, HV. Photons in a heterogeneous X-ray beam from a distinct spectrum. Point 1. Photons are present in all energy interval from 0 to a maximum value, HV max, which is equal to the monoenergetic kinetic energy of electrons striking the target. The two spikes is in the spectrum represent characteristic X-ray. The continuous spectrum from 0 to HV max represent Bremsstrahlung photons. There is the graphic. Gamma ray sources are usually isotropic and produce monoenergetic photon beams. X-ray targets are non-isotropic sources and produce heterogeneous photon. Superficial and orthovoltage energy region, the X-ray emission occur direction of the electron beam striking the X-ray target. In the megavoltage energy region, the X-ray emission in the target occurs predominantly in the direction of the electron beam striking the target, forward direction. And then 6.4 in first square law. In external beam radiotherapy, the photon sources are often assumed to be point source. Beam produced by photon source are assumed to be divergent. Photon source S emits photon and produce a photon fluence at a distance and a photon fluence at a distance, the FB. Number of photon crossing area A is equal to the number of photon crossing area B. That n total constant. No place in A. Photon beams propagating through or vacuum is governed by the inverse square law. Getting through a phantom or patient is affected only by the inverse square law, but also by the attenuation and scattering of photon beam inside the phantom or patient. The three effects, inverse square law, attenuation, and scattering, make the dose deposition in a phantom or patient a complicated process, and it is determination complex task. Then 6.5, penetration of photon beams into patient. For a successful outcome of patient radiation treatment, it is imperative that the dose distribution in the target volume and surrounding tissue is known precisely and accurately. This is usually achieved through the use of several empirical functions that link to the point inside the patient to the known dose at the beam calibration or reference point of photon. Metric functions are usually measured with suitable radiation detector is in tissue equivalent photons. Dose or dose rate at the reference point is determined for or in water quantums for a specific set of reference conditions such as depth in phantom Z, and then field size R, source surface distance or SSD. All those distribution for an external photon beam follow a known general pattern. And surface dose for media voltage X-ray beams, the surface dose is generally much lower skin sparing effect than the maximum dose at Zmax. For superficial and orthovoltage beam, the Zmax is equal to 0 and the surface dose equal to the maximum dose. The surface dose is measured in parallel plate ionizing chamber for both chamber polarities, with the average reading between the two polarities taken as the correct surface dose value. And there is contributors to surface dose, DS, and typical values of surface dose. Build up dose region. The region between the surface and the depth Z equal to Zmax in megavoltage photon beams is called the dose build-up region. The dose build-up results from the relatively long range of secondary charged particles that first are released in the patient by photon interaction and then deposit their kinetic energy in the patient through Coulomb interaction. CPE doesn't exist in the dose build-up region. And depth of dose maximum Zmax depends upon photon beam energy and field size. For a given field size, Zmax increases with photon beam energy. At a given beam energy, for fields smaller than 5 multiple 5 centimeter, Zmax increases with increasing field size because of infinitum scatter. For fields, Zmax reach in nominal value, and for fields larger than Zmax decrease with increasing field size because of collimator and flattening filter scatter. And exit dose. Dose is the dose delivered to the patient at the beam exit point is called the exit dose. Close to the beam exit point, the dose distribution curves slightly downwards from the dose curve obtained for a infinitely thick phantom as a result of missing scatter contribution of 4 points beyond the dose exit point. The effect is small and generally ignored. The main parameters in external beam dose delivery with photon beams are depth of treatment Z, field size A, short skin distance or SSD in SSD setup, short axis distance, and photon beam energy HV, number of beams used in dose delivery to the patient, treatment time for auto voltage and teletherapy machine, number of monitor units or MUs for Linux. This is 6.6 radiation treatment parameters. Here is the picture. Several functions are in use for linking the dose at the point in a water phantom to the dose at arbitrary point inside the patient. Some of these functions can be used in the whole energy range of interest in radiotherapy for superficial through orthovoltage and cobalt 60 to megavoltage. Others are only applicable at energies of cobalt 60 and below. Some functions are only used at cobalt 60 energy and above. Cobalt 60 serves as a transition point linking various dosimetry techniques. There is dosimetry function used in the whole photon energy range, and dosimetry function used at cobalt 60 and below, and then dosimetric function used at cobalt 60 and above. Four groups of field shape are used in radiotherapy. There is square, rectangular, circular, and irregular. For any arbitrary radiation field, an equivalent square field and equivalent circular field may be found. The equivalent field will be characterized with beam parameters and function as the arbitrary radiation field. Radiation fields are divided into two categories, geometric and dosimetric. And there is equivalent square for rectangular field and equivalent circle for square field. Collimator vector. Exposure in air kerma in air, and dose to small mass of medium is in air G made consists of component. There is primary component and scatter component. X air, K air, and D made depend upon field size A, parameter called the collimator vector or collimator scatter factor, relative exposure factor. Collimator vector. Dose to small mass of medium dp at point P is related to dose dp at Zmax in phantom at point P through the peak scatter factor. PSF gives the factor by which the radiation dose at point P and in air is screened by scattered radiation, with point P is in the phantom at dip Zmax. PSF depends upon field size A and photon energy HV. This is the graphic of peak scatter factor. This page is relative dose factor. Equal values for RDF, HTF, and SF for cobalt gamma rays beam. When extra shield is on an accessory tray or a multi-leaf collimator, is used to shape the radiation field on the patient surface into an irregular field P, then the RDF is in the first approximation given as RDF equal to CF multiple SF. Field A represents the field the machine collimator, and field B represents the actual irregular pit on patient surface. This page is percentage dip dose. Central axis dose distribution inside the patient. The patient are usually normalized to Dmax equal to 100% at the depth of dose maximum Zmax and referred to as percentage dip dose (PDD) distribution. The dose at point Q in the patient consists of two components. There is primary component and scatter component. Yes, there is the graphic of percentage dip dose.
Scatter function, the dose at a given depth in phantom, has two components, primary and scatter. The larger is the depth in phantom, the smaller is the relative primary component, and the larger is the relative scatter component. Scatter function depends of scatter function S on its state. For a constant Z, H, A, and HV, the scatter function S increases with SST. SAD setups are used in treatment of deep state with constant SST setup that relies on PDD distribution. The SAD setup is more practical and relies on unreduced functions such as tissue TAA, TPA, and TMR. Tissue A ratio was introduced by Jones to simplify those calculations in rational radiotherapy, but is now also used for treatment with multiple stationary beams. The SSD varies from one beam to another. However, the source axis distance, or SAD, remains constant. In contrast to PDD, which depends on 4 parameters, TAR depends on 3 beam parameters. There is depth of isocenter Z, field size at isocenter AQ, beam energy HV. TAR doesn't depend on the SSD in the SSD range from 50 centimeter to 150 centimeter used in radiotherapy. The field says AQ is defined at point Q, which is normally placed into the isocenter of the treatment mechanism. Tissue erosion. For a constant Z and AQ, the tissue air ratio, or TAR, increases with increasing energy HV at relatively large depth Z, decreases with increasing energy at small depth Z. Relationship between TAR and PDD. Relationship between TAR and PDD. Since the TAR doesn't depend on SST, a single TAR table for a given photon beam energy may be used to cover all possible SSDs used clinically. Alternatively, PDDs for any arbitrary combination of Z, A, and F equal to SSD may be calculated from a single TAR table. Relationship between TAR and PDD. And scatter air ratio, or SAR. The SAR gives the scatter contribution to the dose at point Q in a water phantom per 1 centigrade of dose to small mass of water at point Q in air. There is relationship between SAR and scatter function S. Tissue phantom ratio TPR and tissue maximum ratio, or TMR. For isocentric setup with megavoltage photon energies, the concept of tissue phantom ratio, or TPR, was developed. And tissue maximum ratio, TMR is special TPR for Zref equal to Zmax. Just like the TAR, the TPR and TMR depend on three parameters, Z, A, Q, and HV, but do not depend on SAD or SST. This is relationship between TMR and PDD. Still relationship between TMR and PDD. General relationship between TMR and PDD. (6.8.7) scatter maximum ratio SMR. TMR can be separated into the primary component, TMR, and the scatter component called the scatter maximum ratio, SMR. Is the definition of SMR. Of exchange ratio of axis ratios and beam profiles. Thus, distribution along the beam central axis are used in conjunction with off-axis beam profiles to deliver an accurate dose description inside the patient. The off-axis data are usually given with beam profiles measured perpendicularly to the beam central axis at a given depth in a phantom. The depths of measurement are typically at depth Z equal to Z max and Z equal to 10 cm for verification of machine compliance with machine specifications. Other depths required by particular computerized treatment planning system used in the department. There is example of beam profiles. The off-axis ratio, or OAR, is usually defined as the ratio of dose at an off-axis point to the dose on the central beam axis at the same depth in a phantom. Mega voltage beam profile consists of three regions. The first is central region, penumbra, and umbra. For each of three beam profile regions, there are specific requirements to optimize the clinical photon beam. The dose profile in the central region should meet flatness and symmetry specification. And the dose profile in the penumbral region should have a rapid fall off with increasing distance from the central axis to optimize beam sharpness at the target edge. And the dose profile in the umbral region should be close to zero dose to minimize the dose delivered to tissues outside the target volume. Ideal dose profile region, constant dose from target center to edge of target. Penumbra, zero width, and umbra, zero dose. Actual dose profile in central region, profile flat in 80% of central portion of the field. And penumbra is typically defined as the distance between 80% and 20% dose on the beam profile normally to 100% at the central axis, and umbra is typically less than 1% of the dose on the central axis. In the central region, the off-axis point of the beam profile are affected for cobalt beams by the inverse square law dose fall off and the increased phantom thickness as the off-axis distance in Fahrenheit by the energy of electrons striking the target, by the atomic number of the target, and the atomic number on and shape of the flattening filter. The total penumbra is referred to as the physical penumbra and consists of three components. The first is geometric penumbra, and second is scatter penumbra, and the last is transmission penumbra. And beam flatness F is assessed by finding the maximum beam max and minimum beam min, those point values on the beam profile within the central 80% of the beam width. Isodose distribution in water phantom. Physical characteristics of radiation beams are usually measured in phantom under standard conditions. Homogeneous use unit density phantom, flat phantom surface, and perpendicular beam incidence. Central axis depth data in conjunction with those profile contain complete 2D and 3D information about the radiation beam. Planar and volumetric dose distribution are usually displayed with isodose curves and isodose surface which connect point of equal dose in a volume of interest. The isodose curve and surface are usually drawn at regular interval of absorbed dose and are expressed as a percentage of dose at a specific reference point. There is the image. Parameters that affect the single beam isodose distribution are beam quality, source size, beam collimation, field size, source skin distance, source collimator distance. Treatment with single photon beams is seldom used except for super treat with superficial or ortho voltage X-ray. Deep seed tumor are usually treated with a combination of 2 or more megavoltage photon beams. There is isodose distribution for various photon radiation beams. Isodose charge are measured with a ionizing chamber, solid state detector such diodes, that radiographic film, radiochromic film. Phantom measurement caracterized by flat phantom surface, perpendicular beam incidence, and homogeneous unit density phantom. Clinical situations are usually more complex. There is isodose distribution in patients are determined by one of two radically different approaches: correction-based algorithm and model-based algorithm. Radiation beam striking an irregular or sloping patient surface produces an isodose distribution that differs from the standard distribution obtained with normal beam incident and on a flat phantom surface. There is effective SSD method. Effective SSD method for determination of dose at arbitrary point S in patient is TAR method or TMR method. For correction for irregular contours, and limb obliquity. Isodosive method. These two types of wedge filter are in use: physical wedge and dynamic wedge. Two parameters are of importance for wedges: wedges transmission factor and wedges angle. The content, the chapter is a single fit isodose distribution integration, Clarkson segmental integration, and relative dose measurement with ionizing chamber, delivery of dose with a single external beam, and shutter collection time. Ya, untuk chapter 6 sudah selesai saya presentasikan. Selanjutnya adalah chapter 7. Terima kasih.